Hi guys. Okay, so today I want to talk about how I started BakedKL, just for people who don't know or want to know a little bit more. So I started BakedKL. Okay, BakedKL is basically an online dessert store that offers allergy-friendly desserts. So sugar-free, vegan, gluten-free, and we take customized cakes depending on your allergy requirements. If we can do it, we'll do it. So yeah, but it doesn't start off that way. Um, we started out with our mom's triple chocolate chip recipe, which is something that she does for me during Raya. When I was studying overseas, she would pack them and ship it off to me when I obviously had to study during Raya over there. And when I came back home one day, and this is after I graduated, we baked that cookies. And her friends came over for Raya, and the next day they asked us how much we were selling them. So, me being me, I was so excited. I was like, okay, let's do this. So me and my sister, we took our laptops. We tried to figure out a name for it. We made a Facebook page. Sorry, let's check it. So we made a Facebook page, and yeah, at that time, both my sister and I were working full time. So every time we come back from home, we would bake the cookies. So it started off as cookies first, and then my sister decided to do brownies, which happened to be gluten free. And what happened was that at that time, it was what, 2011, 2012, more or less there. No one has heard of gluten free except for those who have tested to be allergic to gluten. So it was like literally like 5 people. I mean, other people were enjoying it too, but meaning that the term gluten free it wasn't really much. We started off with a Facebook page and I supplemented it with a blog where I would write random things. Of course, relating to what we do, but I wanted to do something more meaningful. So we decided to do like a 10% from sales goes to a different charity every month. And yeah, we did that and it was really well received. One, because I wanted to do something different, something meaningful for BakedKL. Two, is also something that I can give back to. In the early years, you just started working, you kind of want it to be very purposeful, and because you can't do it on your own resources, you try to do it through your business. And I'm so fortunate enough that I was able to do that, and we were able to donate to a lot of charities. And also, it's also an upside in terms of like it makes you a better person to know what each organization does and contribute to their society. So it really kind of elevate your empathy and everything else. Also, sorry, if you hear noises, it's because I have 4 kids outside the room and someone singing and entertaining them. So I'm sorry if you can catch up on those noises. Yeah, so I think so every time we come back from work, my sister and I would take turns to bake. So, for example, Monday I'll bake, second day she'll bake, and then once we found a rhythm of what we like to bake, we actually delegate it in terms of what we actually like to bake. So, I hate doing whoopie pies at that time, so my sister would do whoopie pies, I would do brownies, and we both would do cookies together. So that's how we delegate. So after 6 months of juggling both BakedKL and my full-time job, I decided to quit. I told my boss like, okay, I've been doing this for 6 months. I kind of want to leave. And my boss was super supportive and told me that I can leave, and if I ever wanted to come back, I could. And the reason why I took the risk of leaving work is because I'm actually quite used to doing things on my own and selling. I've been doing it since school, so I wasn't that much afraid. But also because at that job, not that I don't love it, I love it, but I I guess you know when you're a creative person and you're not able to make the you're not able to make the decision or at least brainstorm your creative ideas. So I kind of felt like very I was very limited. Is that the right word? Like I couldn't be used to my fullest potential at my current job, and I was working a lot of overtime, and I was thinking that the lifestyle that I was in at that moment, the industry, is not the lifestyle that I want to be in for the long term. So that's why I decided to just pull out for a while. And yeah, I've never left. I did it for about together with my sister until 2015. My sister got pregnant and she wants to focus fully on her kids. So I was left alone. In terms of how we started financially, both my sister and I put in 500 ringgit each. And to be honest, it was, like when you first started your business, like you put in the money and then every time the order comes, you're just so excited. You just take in like, so for example, if we were to, for example, we collect 3,000 ringgit in sales, we would take 1,000 ringgit each and leave 1,000 in the bank for materials and whatever, the cash flow to turn over. And it was just so innocent, I guess. So we did that. I mean, that's how we did it for a while, until we were able to, of course, pay a very minimal salary or allowance, I would say. Sometimes when you start a business, sometimes you don't even take a salary. Certain business owners that I know don't even take a salary, but we do take a little bit of money until it was the company was able to give out a proper salary. So I did it alone from 2015 until 2018, and at this time I think we were using Wix.com. Our blog was still on, we used the official website, and our ordering system was a bit different because at that time there wasn't a lot of e-commerce F&B websites, so it was still, some of it were still very much manual. And then 2018 I got pregnant, and at that time I felt like, oh my goodness, should I just leave BakedKL? Because it wasn't in the plan at all. I just got married and I was planning like, oh, 2 years I'm just gonna like rest and enjoy my 2 years traveling with my husband, blah blah blah. And then bam, I mean, I was blessed. So yeah, I had to put my plans on hold. And I just thought, oh my god, can I do it? Um, well, I had to. And I didn't want to be that person where I have to sort of like, oh, okay, now I have to pull out all my dreams and concentrate on family. I didn't want to be that person, although if where I am now, I'm like, okay, you know what, if you have to do it, you just have to do it. But at that time I was like, I'm not going to be that person. So I actually stopped my sorry, so what I did was I hired two part-timers, and at this time I was really scared because I was thinking, one, oh my god, I'm not able to pay them. Am I able to pay not just one but two part-timers? We started interviewing, and yeah, we went with it, and honestly it was one of the best decisions because one, I could delegate my work, two, gratefully and thankfully that I was able to pay for some reason, like hiring them before having sort of like kind of like enough cash flow to pay for them. Sales started to come in and I was able to pay for them, and over the years my team grew more big and big and big, and we were still operating from home. In 2018, yeah, although I was I would say I hired some I hired a few people for BakedKL. My mental health issues also grew much bigger. I've talked about this over on my Instagram about suffering from prenatal depression and high functioning anxiety, and I think the experience has caused increased my anxiety really bad, especially during the pandemic. It was very, very hard. But after, you know, thinking about it very long and hard about my non negotiables and, and everything else, like the importance of my family, my work, myself, and everything I prioritize and my principles. Last year, I made a decision that I'm going to make it. So sorry, I just couldn't focus because my family is literally singing happy birthday now. Um, Probably not a good time to record, but I thought they would be back later. Anyway, so after talking to my husband and everything, I've decided to let go of my team and to be back as a micro bakery, and to just go with the flow and keep it small. Yes, because most of the time I think, you know, I've been doing this for more than 10 years now, and it's so funny that even though at a point of my business sort of stage that I have everything that I wanted 5 years before, kind of hoping, okay, I want this, and when I'm actually there, I don't see it because it becomes this addiction where you just want to chase for more money, more sales, to be more well known, and you keep chasing and chasing and chasing, not realizing that you've actually achieved everything that you've wanted, that you've asked for before. And even with all that, I wasn't happy. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do work sometime because my anxiety and stress were so high. A lot of things. So, yeah, I decided to do that just so I could really focus on myself again, focus on what actually matters, to sort of like change the intention every day when I do work. And I'm so glad I did because I'm so much at peace now. And yeah, and we are still doing, we're still offering delicious allergy-friendly desserts to everybody, and we're now using Easy Star, which is what I actually recommend. Yeah, you can find us on Instagram and here on this YouTube channel, as well as our official website www.bkl.com. I know that's just a very kind of like a very on the surface level story of how I started BakedKL. If you want to know about specific things about running BakedKL, then feel free to let me know and I'll be happy to do a video about it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!